feeling this old school shit. DJ FaZe, what up? What's good, homie? It's your boy FaZe, CEO of Face Off Entertainment, representing Fort Docks. I'ma go in on this one. Listen. This one's for DJ FaZe, the shit that he played blaze, cut sharper than the EK blade. Rappers are eating, time to get the DJs paid. FaZe, that's the fan, been rapping this Bronx shit like Big Pun. Carry big guns for the conflict, wedged under the armpit, eyeing the scope. Index finger on the trigger, dive you close. I don't promote violence, but approach, you know the toast firing, so I suggest you don't. Who you know flow better, hot enough to do the whole winter, no sweater. You could bet you won't find a better flow ever. Old school with a new school twist. You fools got 2 views on your YouTube hit. As I mic check, 1, 2 spit, and DJ FaZe cuts and chops it up like a kung fu flick. I'm on the track doing somersaults, and I'm sorry if I come across arrogant, but I swear I'm the boss. Top rank, salute the general of lyrical warfare, producing chemicals to kill MCs as I boost the pinnacles you can't reach. You looking like food, you edible. It's the capital F-A Ice on Murdoch Ave and Edenwald. That's the corner we play dice. Head cracks, 4, 5, 6 and trips. Then it's straight to the flight club to get some kicks. These niggas looking like how we spit so sick for so many years and still look fit as shit. Nigga, I bench press lyrics, do dips on bars, and push up on chicks when my dick gets hard. FaZe is my alias from way back in the days. Hey yo, DJ FaZe, keep playing this. Yeah, I'm feeling this old school shit. DJ FaZe, what up? What's good, homie? It's your boy FaZe, CEO of Face Off Entertainment, representing Fort Docks. I'ma go in on this one. Listen. This one's for DJ FaZe, the shit that he played blaze, cut sharper than the EK blade. Rappers are eating, time to get the DJs paid. FaZe, that's the fan, been rapping this Bronx shit like Big Pun. Carry big guns for the conflict, wedged under the armpit, eyeing the scope. Index finger on the trigger, dive you close. I don't promote violence, but approach, you know the toast firing, so I suggest you don't. Who you know flow better, hot enough to do the whole winter, no sweater. You could bet you won't find a better flow ever. Old school with a new school twist. You fools got 2 views on your YouTube hit. As I mic check, 1, 2 spit, and DJ FaZe cuts and chops it up like a kung fu flick. I'm on the track doing somersaults, and I'm sorry if I come across arrogant, but I swear I'm the boss. Top rank, salute the general of lyrical warfare, producing chemicals to kill MCs as I boost the pinnacles you can't reach. You looking like food, you edible. It's the capital F-A Ice on Murdoch Ave and Edenwald. That's the corner we play dice. Head cracks, 4, 5, 6 and trips. Then it's straight to the flight club to get some kicks. These niggas looking like how we spit so sick for so many years and still look fit as shit. Nigga, I bench press lyrics, do dips on bars, and push up on chicks when my dick gets hard. FaZe is my alias from way back in the days. Hey yo, DJ FaZe, keep playing this.
Colonel Jackson, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Peace. What's good? Haven't been here for a minute, and you guys know exactly why. So before I go into it, I want you to like, share, subscribe, and donate. Don't forget to share and hit that notification button so you can know that I'm coming on. and hit that like and subscribe button so I can know that you're here and subscribe. So that's 3, 4 definites that you guys gotta do for me, DJ Phase. So, without any further ado, Grand Rising Kings and Queens, Grand Rising. I'm on somewhat of a little bit of a tour right now, so I'm all over, but I saw some things that I have to address. I have to address. So, let's give some shout outs first. First to Riri. Love you so much. JG is here. MBB Money Boys Players here. Scoreboards is here. We here. Are you ready? Listen, I'm going to do like you, Scoreboard. If y'all ready for the facts, if y'all ready to hear this smoke, put a 1 in the chat so I can know you're here, okay? Definitely. First class citizen. What's up, JG? What's up? Let me see some ones in the chat and know y'all is ready for this smoke. Paul Roberts. Hey, Paul Roberts, I got some things that you were there, so you definitely know. And I want you to verify that that's exactly what I'm saying. China Black, she's there. Okay, Noah Randall. Haven't seen you before, but let's get it. Let's get it. Noah Randall. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat. Mr. T is here. That's what's up. Okay, put a 1 in. Derek Falkes is here. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat if y'all are ready for this smoke, this undeniable. And I say, Mighty Hebrew, peace was good. Mighty Hebrew, I was talking about you as well. I was in Philly. I was talking about you as well. So, okay, so I see a couple of ones. Akeem is in the building. Oh, yes, long time subscriber, Noah says. Okay, Paul Roberts got the 1-1. Malik Bay, peace. It was good. Okay, so let's I'm I can't wait. I cannot wait to go in. All right. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, cooking turkey burgers on a regular with the extra cheese. Okay, so the reason why I picked today to go into this thing is because if some people don't realize that it all started off for Turkey Burger with him saying that I was lying, number one, and he was going after Mario. He didn't even know that Princess was Mario's daughter. And he was going after a couple of us. And so when we started going in on him, he was getting, he was threatening to call the authorities and get us taken off and all kinds of stuff that people like that would do. And that's just true. That's true story. You could go back and look at the beginnings and see that I'm telling you exactly the truth. That's what he was getting off on, as and then when other people started getting in, Bustetto, Akeem, Truth Savior, scorekeepers, then that really kind of I heard he was having a couple of meltdowns. I mean, really seriously having meltdowns, like type of meltdowns, stuff turkey burgers do. So so like I said, so for a couple of weeks, we've been doing our culture serious, like we've been going culture. And I was some of you guys follow me on the other platforms, and you can see I've been on tour and I've been in front of thousands of people. The one thing with stadium was 20,000, 30,000 people. And I'm looking at the people, and who do I see? I see us. I see us heavy. I see us just us. So, all the stuff that be talking about, this 50-50 stuff, I don't know where it comes from because that's totally not it. But there's a couple of key points that I'm going to prove exactly what I've been saying. Okay. So if you guys know, and you guys follow me, okay, I did one called 7071, the South Bronx Burns, and hip hop was created. That was the title of it. So, oh God, I'm gonna go in. Okay, so now when I did that, see, because, and I'm sorry now, I'm jumping all over the place. But there's a reason why, and it's because, so what I've came on my channel, uh, the culture since '71, Michael Wayne TV, the grandfathers of hip hop. When our channels came out, we immediately started talking about the creation of hip hop. The creation. So the creation of hip hop involves, if you want to call it elements, but there are three main things that make the creation of hip hop so relevant. The three things that make the creation, not what it was created after it was created, the creation of it was the three things. So those three things for me is the music, DJing, someone talking over this music, the MC, and the dance to this music and the DJ. That's the three things that created what we now know as hip hop. Those are the three things. So if you're not talking about the three things in the creation, what are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? If you're talking about how people spin on their heads, that's not the creation of hip hop. If you're talking about how people were just playing this certain thing, that's not. If you say graffiti, that's not the creation of hip hop. You're not talking about the creation of hip hop. So the problem becomes when these people, and you know who I'm talking about, when these people come in and talk about that they were right there for the creation of hip hop. Impossible. Because with the creation of hip hop comes our culture. You see our culture, you see us, you see what we rock, you see how we get down. That's our culture. The music that we listen to, the music for the creation of hip hop, is music that was already here, but the way we put it together for what we were doing. So the Little Rascals, the Baby Spades, we're the creation. That's it. Mario gave the key, unlocked the key, the door to say, the Baby Spades is come in and let's do this. Mario did that. And that's why I love Mario so much, because ahead of time, he brought this whole entertainment creation to us. And once he did that, it exploded. It just exploded. So for all of these people that say they were there and if they're not mentioning Baby Space and Mario? No. And that's just a fact. This is something that is a fact. Now, why today is so important is because someone sent me. Someone sent me. Oh, I got to do that too. Hold on. Let me do that as well. Okay. Someone sent me a clip of the Turkey Burgers Columbus is live. It was a live or a video of one of the things, and they sent it to me. So now, after I did this 71, 72 thing, and I was talking about the things, and Paul, you're there, so you know you can confirm what I'm saying, because this is just is so funny to me. So he was the one thing that he was going to say first. Okay, also let me say this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you. And this is from someone that I never saw on my thing, my live at all. Okay. Listen, brother, I don't think you understand. It's not that Puerto Ricans are trying to claim that they created hip hop. We give you your props. We just trying to claim our part in the early days before it became mainstream and our influence on hip hop. Brother, there's a reason why we are in all the old documentaries. You can't erase that. Okay. So let's break that down. Okay. Listen, brothers, I don't think you understand. It's not that Puerto Ricans are trying to claim that they created hip hop. We give you your props. Okay. First of all, let's keep it a buck. All right. Saying props and saying we give you your props comes from where? From us. So you would not even be saying those words if it wasn't from us. So you have no influence on how we talk. We have influence on how you talk. Because even till today, some of you can't even pronounce PH, like phase. A lot of you still say pays. Perfect. Perfect example. So giving us our props is already taking from our culture. And I'm just going to dissect just this one. All right. Okay. So then it says, trying to claim, we give you, we just trying to claim our part in the early days before it became mainstream and our influence on hip hop. So let's talk about what it was before it became mainstream. And what do you consider it being mainstream? See, because in the creation, those years of the creation, wasn't mainstream. It wasn't even close to being to mainstream. And then the next generation, the Cold Crush, Flash, and the Fearless, all of those are second generation. Okay? And rest his soul, Keith Keith. He just passed away, but that's second generation. That's second generation. So now with that second generation, sorry to say it, but y'all came on the tail end of that. Y'all came in the tail end of that. So your mainstream is basically Sylvia. So you have Sylvia Robinson to thank for y'all to even know what hip hop is or what it's. That's when y'all started catching hold to what you call mainstream, and that's point blank period. And what was the record? What was that record? The record was ding 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 ding. Rapper's Delight. Until the hip hop, the hip hip hop, you don't dare stop. Okay, that was your introduction to mainstream. So how many generations before that that you guys were supposed to be influencing us? Tell me where that influence would have came from if your introduction to mainstream is Rapper's Delight. Let me know. I want to, y'all got a banjo? Play it. Let me hear. Let me hear where it comes from. Okay, so now remember, we're talking about, you said you want to, here it says, we just trying to claim our part in the earlier days before it became mainstream and our influence on hip hop. Okay, so now here's where it goes further. Brother, there's a reason why we are in all the old documentaries. You can't erase that. What documentaries are you talking about? Let's start with when Wild Style came out, okay? And Wild Style was the supposed to be, because it was from your people, right? And it was supposed to be about hip hop. Isn't Wild Style the one that talks about graffiti? Isn't if I'm trying to figure this out now. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But wasn't Wild Style about graffiti? Wasn't that what Wild Style was? It was about graffiti, right? And Remo Mo had a baby, and they moved the baby in the abandoned building. Am I correct? If I'm not correct, Miss Paul, am I correct? Put a one in the chat if I'm correct, people. Put a one in the chat about it, okay? So now, I guess that was the introduction, because remember graffiti, right? Okay, so that was y'all introduction to join graffiti with hip hop. Point blank. Okay, he said, no, that's Beat Street. Okay, so what was Wild Style about? Because I remember the Wild Style was talking about the graffiti writer. That's Wild Style. So whichever came first, Wild Style or Beat Street, whichever one. Okay. So now, if you say it's Beat Street, cool with it. All right. And that's when, okay, yes, 5-5 Freddy was Double Trouble, right? With Keith, right? Okay, cool. So now let's go a little bit further in just this comment, because there's more. Okay. So, brother, there's a reason why we are in all the old documentaries. You can't erase that. And then I say, what do you call early participation? Where were you in 1970 and 1971? All right. So that was the question from me. Where were you and what do you call early participation? Because this is what they're all running around saying is their participation on the creation of hip hop. All right. I'm trying to go straight there. I'm trying to dive straight there. Okay. Straight there. I'm trying to go. Okay. So now also says, Phase, why are you using those years? There was no hip hop in 70 and 71. Hip hop started, listen, hip hop started after 1972 because of the Whole Avenue Gang Peace meeting, which allowed people from different parts of the Bronx to party in other hoods. This gang peace meeting allowed hip hop to develop. You need to change your timeline. Woo! Oh, God. Paul, did you hear that, ref? Did you hear that? Did you hear that, people? Ref, did you hear that? First class citizen, JG, did you hear this? I'll read it again. It says, Cool DJ Phase. It says, hold on, where did that go? Yeah. Where's the, yeah. Cool DJ Phase. Why are you using those years? Now, I'll answer it. The reason why I'm using those years, because those are the years that hip hop was being created by the Baby Spades and Mario. Those are the years. Okay, so that's why I'm using those years. All right. Hip hop started after 72 because of the Whole Avenue Gang Peace meeting, which allowed people from different parts of the Bronx to party in other hoods. So, what was this meeting about? What was this? If you did the research, and I'm not even going to say it because I'm not going to give the information, but as we all know what this meeting on Whole Avenue was about. So the meeting on Whole Avenue had absolutely nothing to do with hip hop. That's number one. Number two, there was no people partying in Bronxdale from somewhere else, even after 72. So you got the I don't know where that cheese came from, but there was none. Bronxdale could go out of Bronxdale and party and do whatever, but nobody was coming in Bronxdale. And all of those that was there, 70, 71, can contest to that, can identify with exactly what I'm talking about. So that's wrong. Okay? Now, let's go a little further. Also, okay, because it smells so funny. So there's a picture of somebody, I'm not going to say who it is or whatever, and they have on a Polo Association shirt, right? They have not a Ralph Lauren Polo, they have a Polo Association shirt. And Paul, Paul, tell the truth, I was going to go in, right? So I go, well, I say, also, Is that a Polo Association shirt you have on? Is that a donkey on the shirt? Is that a donkey on the shirt? A shirt. I'm just having some fun. Okay, so let me just say that. Okay, so remember, I said about the Polo Association. Okay, bruh, bro, not bruh, bro. For one, that's an AI B-boy character. That's not me. Okay, that's a B-boy character, right? A Puerto Rican B-boy character. Okay, and he said it's from AI. Okay, he says it's from AI. So now, think about that. If artificial intelligence puts them in a USPA shirt, United whatever Polo Association shirt, that'll tell you. And then because now I'm doing this, but then I'm gonna say exactly what was said on the video. So you guys can go to the video and see. Okay, so there was 17 replies after that. Okay. I asked them again, where were you in 1970 and 1971? Now, listen, this is a little bit of the catches too. Okay. I was 2 years old in 1970, right? So this is the throw off the thing, right? And on 172nd Street and Grand Concourse. But my uncles were Bronx Reapers from 170th Street and Javelins from Southern Boulevard. They told me the deal. All right. They told me the deal. They went to that meeting and staying outside while the leaders were inside. Okay. So now this meeting is supposed to be the creation of how it became we were able to go to other territories because see he didn't mention that. He's talking about gang culture but not mentioning the word territory. Okay, and that's a big thing. If you were ever in the spades or the any of the true gangs, they never said your place or they said territory because back then that's how neighborhoods were cut off by territories. You listen to the Wild West and then they say the territories, the territories. Okay, so that's what gang activity was territory. So right off the bat, that's wrong. Okay, so now, brother, I think you got it all wrong. We are not trying to take nothing from you. We didn't jump on hip hop bandwagon when it became mainstream and popular in the 80s. We are saying is that we have a place in hip hop because we was down before the record deals and the money. Player, you know this. Player, you know this. He said to me, player, you know this. Now, oh my God, I really can't wait, but I'm going to go on. Okay. What are you talking about? This is me now. What are you talking about? First, answer my questions before asking me any other question. Second, I need to know what is your question based on. Third, Are you rocking a Polo Association shirt? I still can't get over the Polo Association shirt. Okay, which I'm going to go into deep when I finish going. Okay, so that I was still on the turkey burger Polo Association shirt. Okay, well, you might as well just have a turkey burger. You might as well have a turkey burger up there on there instead of whatever. Okay. So now he says, okay, right, this is what he says. He says, I answered your question. Look at the comments. And no, I don't rock no Polo Association. For the character I created, I prompted AI for the Polo. It gave me that shirt and hat, so I used it. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? What's the problem with wearing? Yo, listen. First of all, the problem is that ain't our culture. That ain't what we do. That's not what we consider fly. That's the biggest problem in this whole thing. What we do and what you try to do is totally different. And it's totally Polo Police, right? So it's totally different. And that's the part that you're not getting. They're not getting the fact that, okay, the reason we're fly is that's our culture. Our culture is fly. So we're not influenced by any of that, anything that in the Polo Association or any of it, we're not influenced by that because they're influenced by what we're rocking. And that's how Polo Association even came about, because we were rocking polo. And so now after we start rocking polo, then what? Polo Association. And so now you can't go into a Ralph Lauren store and buy Polo Association. You know why? Because you could go to Kmart, you could go to Walmart, you could go to ShopRite, you could go to 99-cent store and get Polo Association. So why would we put the donkey with a stick on? We wouldn't do that. That's not our culture. Okay, we would be laughed at until we took it off. So we would never even put it on. That's the difference between our cultures. And that's what you're not getting. You're not getting our culture. Okay, you're not understanding our culture. And so when you try to do what we do, it just comes off as, and that's what you get. That's what you get for trying to be us, trying to say our words, trying to dress like us, look like us, trying your best. Okay? So now that's I'm answering your question. Okay. Now, hold on. Gotta go on. Okay. Then Paul went in. Paul said a lot, so I can't read all that, but Paul did say it's not that Puerto Ricans are trying to claim that they created hip hop. We give you your props. He's reading and thing. He says, do you know how delusional, condescending, and stupid you sound saying that? What, Paul, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So now this, and I hope, okay, and so now this is what he said to Paul. Now remember, this is what they said to Paul after Paul said what he said. He says, look, chump, it doesn't matter what you say with all your campaigning and little videos, right? Now remember, the Paul started making those videos, right? Right, Paul? If it's still here, put a one in the thing, Paul. Put a one in the thing. He says, look, chump, it doesn't matter what you say with all your campaigning and little videos. We are still considered part of the hip hop community, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what he said to Paul. Paul, oh yeah, one, oh yeah. All right, that's what he said to Paul. So now, who is Paul doing the videos about? Who? If you missed it, I got it right here, Paul. I got it right here. Who is Paul doing the videos about? See, it's getting ready to be. I wish I had refs in zone, breach, because it's getting ready to be really, really something. Okay? Who are the videos that Paul is making about? And turkey burger, turkey burger, turkey burger, turkey burger, turkey burger alert, turkey burger alert, turkey burger alert. Okay. All right. Now, all right. So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. Now, woo, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. Now, listen to this. And this is where the fire, when you got the light and fluid, you remember where if you guys did light a fire and you got some lighter fluid and you put it on the coals, and as soon as you light it, go woof, woof, woof. Let me tell you what was said, that influenced a lot of this. Okay. Now, I don't see where I said it, but I'm going to tell you what I said. That's right. No. Okay, where's the part where it says, hold up. I got to find that part first. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me find that part first because I don't want to say nothing wrong. I only want to say exactly what was said. Okay, hold on, people. Hold on. I'm going to get you. You guys can go back and see. Okay, here we go. Ha! Got it. Found it. Bang. I found it. This is what the fight. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are you guys ready? Now, this is the part that I said, I got him. Phase. So tell me, Ricans are not down by law in hip hop? Say it again. Phase. So tell me, Ricans are not down by law in hip hop? Who did the video on that? Who did the video on down by law? Who says that? Down by law. Okay. They have no place in hip hop because they were down after 72. It doesn't matter that they were down before hip hop became mainstream. So it's being in the early documentaries and movies don't matter, right? It doesn't matter that we supported and represented hip hop before Hollywood and records. Diaz, is that what you're saying? Okay. So I asked again, what is your definition of participation? Right? Okay, dang, see? Okay, wait a minute, hold on. All right, because this gets crazy. This is the part that got me. Oh man, I keep on losing it. But all right, hold on. Because he said that. He said that about the deer, right? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Now look. Let me go back. I wish I was a little more computer things suave so I could show you exact. Okay, here it goes again. All right. So it says, so tell me, tell me whatever. No, that's still not it. Hold on. Because he says, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Oh my God. And he even called he called Paul a colonizer. Okay. Oh God. Hold on. Man, where's it? Where is that part? Hold on. See, I gotta keep on. You know what? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay, here it is. He says, in other words, he says, because I answered it there when he said about down by law, and he said, oh, I wouldn't dare say that they were down by law. And you know, Faze went bonkers when he said, and you don't dare say, he said, you don't dare say, yeah, here it goes. That's right. You won't dare say that Puerto Ricans are not part of hip hop community. We are not guests. You should be a politician. You know how to beat around the bush when you speak. Okay. Now, this is where it got a little bit crazy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, one of the things, oh God, they might have took it off. Okay, hold on. Oh God, I went in and I think, yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I said true hip hop would never get caught with true hip hop would never get caught with a Polo Association shirt on. So you can see he was getting ready to have a meltdown. He got mad. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So okay. Exactly 100%. So okay. I said exactly 100%. So you have no authority to even speak on what happened at all. If you want to learn, ask. That's what I said. If you want to learn, ask. Okay. True hip hop. Okay, now this is the catch. This is the catch. True hip hop. Come on, this is him saying it. True hip hop. Come on. And what about the one I made with the leather bomber and the Kango hat? That's no good. All right. So now let's just go back. Let's go back to the live that was played. And you guys can go back and look if he didn't take it down. So he talks about Paul. You know I'm telling the truth. He talks about being fly. That's what he says. He talks about being fly and how they were fly and what they brought to the table. What they brought to the table. So this is what he mentions. These are the things that he mentions. He mentions we used to have the fly La Tigra shirt, you know, the one with the cat with the stripes, the alley cat with the stripes, La Tigra. Now, let me break it down to you guys that didn't know. when we was rocking the alligator shirt, which was Izod Lacoste. It wasn't just like Lacoste, and it wasn't just Izod. It was Izod Lacoste, and it had that. I got a picture of it. I just didn't put it on here yet, but it had the actual alligator Izod Lacoste on the tag, and it had the alligator. All right, so we didn't rock the La Tigra. That's no. Okay, that's one thing we didn't. So that just shows a little bit of where I'm going with this. Okay, so you all right? You already said the Polo Association or whatever. Okay, and now we didn't rock La Tigra. Then he says, "This is Paul. You know I'm telling the truth." He says we were down by law. We have British knights. When he said that, I fell out of my chair. I fell out of my chair because we've been, look. All right. Hold on. All right. Hold on. All right. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Let's get it. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Those are not British knights. Look, let's get it. Those are not British knights. Okay. We would never get caught. Never, ever, ever get caught with British knights on. Money bosses, you hear? Money bosses, you hear? You ever seen anybody in Bronxdale, Monroe, Soundview, anybody rocking British knights? Come on. Come on. We would never get caught in British knights just to say the word. But they was down by law. And he said, this is what made them fly. We were influenced. And he said this on his video. So if you get his video, if he didn't take it down, you can hear him say that. We were fly. We influenced a lot. We influenced, so like I was telling you before, everything that we rocked, they got a cheap version of it. We were rocking British Walkers, they go get British Knights. We got Izod Lacoste, they get La Tigra. We even had, and this is so crazy, man. This is so crazy, man. Listen, man. Listen. Oh, man. Okay, look. That's all polo. All polo. And you see the Twin Towers in the background, right? That's the Deuce. That's 42nd Street. That's the Deuce. And that's all polo. How low you can go, polo. All right? Here. Bomb. Polo. Ain't no ain't no it ain't even a tiger. It wasn't even a tiger. It was just it was the worst thing, whatever, La Tigra. That's polo. Those are gazelles, not gazelles. Those are gazelle. Those are Cazal. Point blank, period. It's a AJ Lester mock neck. You can see it's a mock neck. It's a Pierre Cardin blazer. It's an AJ Lester mock neck. That is not a mock neck that you get from Alexander's. There was an A in my mock neck, but it was accompanied with a J and a Lester's. It wasn't just a big A for Alexander's in my mock neck. Homie. Official tissue. As a kid, official baseball rocket. Official hat. Official tissue. Not the joints you get at Buster Brown. No. My stuff said this inside. And that's so you influenced us to go to AJ Lester? You influenced us to do that? Knock it off. Knock it off. Come on, look. Applejack. That's an Applejack. Look on my head. That's an Applejack. Look how young I was. That's an Applejack. We wasn't even supposed to have animals in the projects in Bronx here. We wasn't. We had poodles. Those are real poodles. But look at the Applejack. Now, where did you influence us? At all, where did you influence us? Just please tell me where you influence us. Down by law, we've been asking you for years to show us pictures. I'm going to take this or put it on real quick. But look, that's inside the jacket. What does it say? All right, then. You said sure what it says, so you couldn't take a screenshot. All right, then. Point blank, period. Show us some pictures. Show us some pictures of this. Show us some pictures of that. Since y'all influenced us so bad, show us some pictures of that. You influence us. You're talking about you influence us. So show us that. Go back in your thing and show us that. You don't even know what that is. You don't know what that is. You do not know what this is. You gotta take a picture of this and Google what this is. But y'all influence us, but you can't even tell me what this is. You can't tell me. You can't tell me what that is. You can't tell me because you don't know. You don't know what, and this goes for all of those fake pioneers that said they was, let me, hold on. Somebody sent me that. All right? You don't know what that is. You don't know what that is, but y'all influence us. Y'all influence us. What is that? Show us that. Go in your thing and show us that. Show us that. Go in your mom's thing and show us that. Show us. Go back in your things and show me this. Because y'all remember, y'all influenced me. Y'all influenced us. So show me that. Show me that. You gotta have pictures of this because you influence us. So you as a kid should have some 45s, James Brown, Joe Tex, all of that in your hand at that age with a closing play. Because you talking about your culture right now. You talking about your culture. You see that smile on my face? Because I'm in my that's our element. That's our culture. That is what I live for. That is it. You see that smile on my face? You go back and you show me that. And I'm still doing this today. Today, from this picture till now, I'm doing it. But you influence me. You influence me. This is the 60s. This is the 60s. But you influenced us? No, you didn't say that. All right. And then, because they're always talking about breakdancing and graffiti and when it started and what it was. And they oh my God. You know, still doing that till today. Still doing it till today. Still till today, still doing it. But you influenced us. You influenced us. You influenced us. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about when we say what we say. Now, going back to the graffiti, because I showed this on another live, I want to show you something. Now, this exact picture is from 1971. 1971. Now, where's all your graffiti artists that was there? There was rocking the throw ups and all of that stuff. I'm trying to look at the train. Maybe you guys can blow it up some and find that graffiti. Find that graffiti. Okay. Now. Okay. Now. Y'all influence us, right? Meanwhile, y'all living there, and now today, how y'all talk about, oh, we lived in the projects and everything. Look at those buildings. All right, look at those buildings, right? Look at those buildings. And look at, hold on. Oh man, y'all are lucky. You're lucky. You're so lucky. But y'all, I'll bring it back so y'all can see it. Y'all can see the difference. Okay, but here, this is our hallway. That's our mailboxes. Look at our brass mailboxes. Look at the floor. Look at the floor. Look at the floor. But y'all, look at the difference between that, right? Difference between that and this. Okay? See the building, see the clothesline? You see the clothesline out there? That indicates that people live there. That's what it indicates. The people live there. Now, look, you want to talk about how the things are and can't say that you weren't there? Read the sign. Read the sign, what it says. That's where y'all were at. Look at the sign. See where it's at. That's the store. That's where y'all were at. When y'all got brought here, that's where y'all was at. They didn't have that around my block. Nope, no siree, Bob. Our corner store, we had everything in there. We had the penny candy. We had Susie Q's. We had the Pez. We had all of that. Hostess cupcakes and potato chips and purple passion soda and all of that. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. We didn't see that, but y'all influenced us. Y'all influenced us to what? What did you influence us to do? On Saturday morning, when we watching, when we doing the cartoon, the Soul Train, and the later on the Karate Flicks, and we cleaning up our house, is our culture. Anywhere, if you go to Philly, Chicago, DC, anywhere you go, our culture is on Saturday because the kids not going to school. Most parents is off on Saturday and Sunday. And you got to clean up the house. What are y'all cleaning up on Saturday in that building? Tell me what y'all are cleaning up. Let me know. What are y'all cleaning up and listening to James Brown in that building? What? And then I know y'all gonna say, "Oh no, that's not how the South Bronx was." Huh? That's exactly how it was. Every block. And you can look on the fire escapes and see people still live in that building right there. They don't even got a roof. Don't even have a roof. But you're gonna say we only talking about the influences that you guys had on us. You remember you had British Knights. You remember you had La Tigra. You remember that. And people, family, if y'all are in here, if y'all are listening to the words that I'm coming out of my mouth, and you're my age older, am I lying? Am I lying? Have I said one untruth this whole time? One? But y'all influence us. Yo, Money Boss, if you still here, am I lying? Am I lying? So on Saturday morning, right, because this is where we get our culture from. This is where we can hear and look at the things, all right? When we can say, okay, you know, we heard this record, we did this. My aunt, my mom, my dad played this record on Saturday while we was cleaning up the house, because our culture says this is a law. On Saturday, nobody's leaving the house until the house is clean. Bam! End zone, breach, and turkey burger alert, and. Nobody's leaving the house until it's clean, is our culture. Our listening to James Brown, our listening to Joe Tex, Aretha Franklin, Bobby Blue Bland, Ohio Players, all of that we got on Saturday. And then, after Soul Train started coming on, then we start watching Soul Train. It's the Soul Train. And then we hear other, and then for us, a lot of us had already heard the records and everything, so we already know. We couldn't wait till the Jackson 5 got on there. We couldn't wait till James Brown got on there. Joe Tex got on there. We couldn't wait. Rufus Thomas. We couldn't wait. Isaac Hayes. We couldn't wait. Then, as we getting older, then we can't wait to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Stylistics, Blue Magic. Huh? Talk about it. Huh? You heard? My cousin, Sugarfoot. Huh? You heard? We couldn't wait to show the next day what we did. We couldn't wait. But yet and still, you influence us? You influence us? Show me some pictures like this. Show me some pictures like this. But yet and still, you talking about the influence you had on us. Yo, I gotta go to the comments, yo. I gotta go to the comments. I gotta go to the comments. I gotta go to the comments. Way up there. Because looks like y'all was going in. Looks like y'all was going in. Yeah, looks like y'all was going in. Yeah. All right. So now, all right, because hey, Ref, listen, remember, Ref, he said that I didn't dare say they wasn't a part of the creation. That I didn't dare say they wasn't down by law. They didn't dare say that. I didn't dare say that they weren't down by law.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
They said it. They said it. And this is what the argument is about. The argument is about what their influence was for us while the creation of hip-hop was created. This is what this whole thing is about. Okay? See, what kills me is, you know, when you listen to Mighty Hebrew and everything, and he's in Philly, rap in Philly and everything, our stories, our reactions, our memories are very similar. We in the Bronx, Philly, Chicago, Detroit, West Coast, California, up everywhere. Our stories are similar. Our stories are similar. Why? Why are they similar? Why? You want to know what the answer is to that? You know why they're similar? Because it's the culture. It's the culture. And so our culture is not influenced by anybody else other than us. You can't crowbar your way into our culture and say you were there. You can't get information and switch it up to address your narrative. It ain't gonna work. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked. It didn't work then. See, because you think that you're the first one that did this. Nah. Your parents, they parents, they parents, they parents tried the same exact thing. It didn't work for them, and it definitely ain't gonna work for you. It definitely ain't gonna work for you because, to be honest with you, I don't even think you have that intelligence. And evolution says that your kids are more intelligent than you are because of the new experiences that you have. See, when I was coming up, we had what? 13 channels. We had 2. We had 4. We had 5. We had 7. We had 9. We had 11. We had 13. Public access was 13. And that's it. And at 12:01, I don't care if you had aluminum foil on your antenna, your black and white TV, but we had color. As soon as the color TV came out, we got one. But it went off at 12:01. And you hear the music. Da, 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 da. You hear that music, your TV is off. Off. Now, the next generation, they got more channels. They got color. Their TV might not then go off at 12 o'clock. You might go watch TV all the way to the next day. So just the TV alone brought some kind of intelligence. Seeing things that you, and then, oh my God, when the internet came and the cell phones came and you could talk to somebody in Africa or China, or Australia, or whatever. See, because our telephone, good old Ma Bell, you had to pay for them long distance calls. And you had to pay for the time. So you wasn't going to be on the phone for no 30 minutes, an hour talking on the phone, because you had to pay for that. You guys could be on the phone for weeks till your battery dies out. And then most of you, everybody got a charger, so you just plug the phone back in. That's intelligence. So yes, you're not the first one that has done what you're doing, but it didn't work, and it's still not gonna work. It's not. And we prove it to you every single day. We prove the same thing over and over and over and over again. But you always come back. And you come back with nonsense. And then you have to say that you apologize because your information is wrong. But I'm going to tell you something, bro. You cannot apologize for letting me hear you said the La Tigra was fly. You said fat laces was fly. You said British Knights were fly. See, when we wore Kangos, they were not bucket hats. They were golf hats. That's what the Kangos that we wore. So when the terry cloth bucket Kango came out, nah. And when the Kangos came out with the fur, nah. Brooklyn Jamaican style. I can get mad. I don't care. That's the Brooklyn Jamaican style. Style. All right? So, nah, that wasn't fly to us in the Bronx and Harlem. That wasn't fly. So you talking about your flyness. Your flyness. Show us some pictures of your flyness. Show us your pictures with your fat laces. And you know what we would call you? A duck. A duck. Simple. Use a dut. Use a pooput. Use a duck. You dress whack. That's what we're saying. But you think you influenced us? Nah, I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. But listen. I'm gonna get off of this stuff for a minute, and I want to talk to my family here. Now, I know it was a little bit entertaining, about what I'm doing, but I want to know this from my family. How come we not supporting each other? Why y'all not looking at the Cash App or the PayPal and putting some stuff in my Cash App? We cooking turkey burgers. Why nothing's going in my Cash App? Why I gotta ask you guys to put something in my Cash App or my PayPal? I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to do that. Look at the information we're doing. Look what Mighty Hebrew said. Dr. Clone Cancer on some clown shit. Right? Right? Where's our king? Where's our king? Where's First Class Citizen? Okay. All right. Cab Calloway hipsters. Rap. Now, see, this is, oh man, listen. Here, Rep says this too as well. Listen. So, like I said, influence comes before something comes out. Right? That's the influence. Why everything that they talk about is after it came out by us? This is what you family, this is what we have to look at. We have to look at everything that we do, they'll do after. They'll say our words after. Because when they got here, we had to teach them how to talk. So, did they influence us to teach them how to talk? Did they influence us to teach them how to dress? I want to know this, family. I want to know this influence that they're talking about. Is this the influence that we taught them? Because Columbus turkey burger with extra cheese says it all the time about their influence on hip hop. That's what the whole topic is. That's what the whole topic is, was their contributions to hip hop. Their contributions taught us and influenced us on how to create hip hop. So there's a part 2. Because I didn't get a lot of the pictures that I wanted to show. You know, on scoreboards just a couple of hours ago, we started talking about the beats that is so known for with Herc. See, I could say his name. You know why I could say his name? Because I was there. I was there. I know what the records he played. I know how he DJ. I know what the merry-go-round is. I know. I can tell you what the equipment was. I know. I know when he got the Macintosh. I know. I know what the mixers were. I know. I know the records. So people could get on here and say, yo, well, you know, Herc did this, Herc this. Huh? When? When? Yo. 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 You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. We're China Black. We're China Black. China Black, answer me this question. Do you remember going past Watson, going past Kelly Street and all of that, and seeing stuff like this? Do you remember stuff like this? Do you remember stuff like that? China Black? Do you remember things like that? Do you remember seeing buildings like that? China Black? And who would live in those buildings? Talking about B Street or Wildstyle, whatever, right? Remember? And see, I know I was right. I knew I was right, right? When I was talking about Wild Style, right? So, Wild Style means this. This is what Wild Style is. Okay? I know I was a writer. So, in those years, it's so critical. It's critical to say what it really was. And to say that we were influenced by a people that lived in this building is an insult. That's an insult. And for all the minions that talk about, oh, y'all lived in the projects or whatever, yep. Somewhere where you wish you lived. See, the projects for most of us were just the saving grounds, were just the stepping stones. Because when we moved out of the projects, then we got into a private house. We bought a private house and never went back to an apartment ever again. And that's the difference. So the projects had working class people that were mostly saving their money to get a private home. So all of those minions that are his little poo-putts that talk about, oh, y'all lived in the projects? Yeah. And all I talk about, oh, pissy projects? No. Our floors were waxed. Get it? You see the walls. You see the brass mailboxes. Our elevators were clean. Our grass was cut. That's why you couldn't get into the grass. You get a fine if you step in the grass. Those signs were always keep off the grass. Our grass was cut. Show me the grass over in these buildings. Show me a tree. A squirrel would never come over there. A squirrel. And for fear of his life. A squirrel would be in fear of his life coming around there. Imagine that. Yeah, they see squirrels, different kind of birds, robins, and blue jays and stuff like that. We even had chipmunks sometimes in our projects. Over there, you would see super rats and roaches and water bugs the size of a skateboard. So yeah. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it real. This is where y'all lived, and we lived in the projects. All right. I ain't gonna do too much more today. But listen, family, all of y'all need to hit that Cash App. Y'all need to hit that PayPal. And y'all need to do something for your boy. Y'all need to do something for your boy. Come on now. Come on now. Don't act up. Come on now. Keep it 100. Y'all know this information y'all getting, come on. We shouldn't have to ask about none of this. All right? Oh, Mighty. Mighty said, I heard that bullshit. Right. Jesus said on the trap. Let's go, boy. All right. Oh, man, y'all are still coming over to boy. Well, like I say, hey, listen, Mighty. Because he said, why would I be talking about 70 and 71? That's why I had to say it. Yeah, boy. All right, listen, guys. I'm gonna do a part 2 tomorrow, and I'm gonna have some pictures. Okay, I'm gonna have some pictures. Like I said, always check scoreboard, always check Bastetto, check Akeem, Truth Savior, of course the culture since 71, grandfathers, so y'all gotta check this for the real information. and to know that we was not no La Tigra wearing, no Polo Association British Knights wearing, fat laces wearing. That wasn't us. Wrong culture. Okay? And on Saturdays, when you got up, you heard that, you smelled that food, and you got the music is on, and you cleaning up the house, you polishing them floors, and one cleans up the bathroom, one cleans up the kitchen, the bedrooms. Happened on Saturday. That's our culture. We weren't influenced by any other culture to do that. Imagine what it was on Saturday morning in this building right here. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. And then, see, this is where we telling the truth. When we start talking about things, like I was talking about the fashion, then he goes on his video and started talking about their fashion, how fly they were. They were so fly that they wore British Knights, and they wear La Tigra, and they got Ralph Lauren Polo Association. No, they got what is it? Bob, they got Joey Lauren Polo Association. Papo Lauren. Oh God. No, don't get me started. They should have started with me. That's why. They should not have started with me, man. All right. So yes, all right, man. Listen, there's over 300 new comments, so I can't get them, yo. I can't get them all, man. I really can't. But like I said, when I go to this Cash App or I go to the PayPal, I'm gonna see if there's gonna be a part 2 tomorrow. All right. Peace and greetings. Peace and hair grease. I love you guys. You know I do. I love you guys. But we eating turkey burgers with cheese today. Pickles and all the trimmings. All right. Peace.
Yeah, I'm feeling this old school shit. DJ FaZe, what up? What's good, homie? It's your boy FaZe, CEO of Face Off Entertainment, representing Fort Docks. I'ma go in on this one. Listen. This one's for DJ FaZe, the shit that he played blaze, cut sharper than the EK blade. Rappers are eating, time to get the DJs paid. FaZe, that's the fan, been rapping this Bronx shit like Big Pun. Carry big guns for the conflict, wedged under the armpit, eyeing the scope. Index finger on the trigger, dive you close. I don't promote violence, but approach, you know the toast firing, so I suggest you don't. Who you know flow better, hot enough to do the whole winter, no sweater. You could bet you won't find a better flow ever. Old school with a new school twist. You fools got 2 views on your YouTube hit. As I mic check, 1, 2 spit, and DJ FaZe cuts and chops it up like a kung fu flick. I'm on the track doing somersaults, and I'm sorry if I come across arrogant, but I swear I'm the boss. Top rank, salute the general of lyrical warfare, producing chemicals to kill MCs as I boost the pinnacles you can't reach. You looking like food, you edible. It's the capital F-A Ice on Murdoch Ave and Edenwald. That's the corner we play dice. Head cracks, 4, 5, 6 and trips. Then it's straight to the flight club to get some kicks. These niggas looking like how we spit so sick for so many years and still look fit as shit. Nigga, I bench press lyrics, do dips on bars, and push up on chicks when my dick gets hard. Face is my alias from way back in the days. Hey yo, DJ Phase, keep playing this.